games the next week. That game's going to be replayed. That was a playoff caliber game last night.
How about the catch Lockett made on the first touchdown? That was I've never seen a toe tap like that.
That was an amazing catch because, again, Russell kept the play alive.
Yes.
Well, first of all, he had about 1,000 seconds back there. Do you think it's because, number one, they have for a long time featured the run maybe more than the pass, and so he doesn't put up the gaudy numbers.
Right.
Number two, he's not although he has been this year, but he hasn't always been a monstrous fantasy quarterback, fair or not, and maybe football in 2019 is gauged too much by fantasy players like us who don't look. Russell Wilson's never been a high fantasy quarterback pick.
Which he probably
I haven't. Not in my league.
I think it's Pete Carroll, and Pete Carroll coaches just enough to win the game. It seems like a lot of times. So, like when they had that great defense, he didn't have to do more. There was no reason to take the risk.
Right.
And every once in a while, they would get into a crazy game, and then Wilson would perform.
And as good as he played last night, they were fortunate because one of the best kickers in the NFL missed a 44-yard field goal as time expired.
Well, their kicker missed a similar field goal in the first half. I mean, so it was.
I know.
I don't know. It was just an awesome game last night. Now, I think the Seahawks, if they will be a contender in terms of the trade market. And what I mean by that is the guys that are becoming available, like Jalen Ramsey, they need to add a defensive piece. And if they do, watch out. And they're 4-1 now. And if they get home field, winning up there is nearly impossible in the playoffs.
And they run the ball. I mean, Carson, another 118 yards. Everybody talking about, well, finally the Rams gave the ball to Gurley. Gurley got the ball. Gurley only had 50, he had 2 touchdowns, but he only had 51 yards on 15 carries. And Carson averaged 4.5 yards a carry last night.
All right, it's 6:13. We got a lot to do today. We'll talk football with Valenti. He'll come up with us and give us his take on the Michigan State game at 8:50. Michigan basketball coach Juwan Howard will join us. His first appearance on the show since becoming the head coach at the University of Michigan, and quite honestly, his first appearance on the show ever. That'll come your way at 6:50 this morning. Heather has news coming up next.
Oh, yeah, and people are outraged over a couple's wedding photos, and I'll tell you why next.
I'm outraged. 97 won the ticket.
I'm here to tell you about the Michigan Education Savings Program. It's MESP, which is the state-sponsored 529 college savings plan that allows you to save for your child's future. Now that your kids are back in school, now is the best time to look towards saving for that future. Cindy and I have opened up accounts for our daughters when they were real little, and it was the best investment we ever made because MESP can be used at any school, not just in the state of Michigan. It pays for room, tuition, board, all that stuff. You just need $25 to open up an account. And now they're sophomores in college, and don't have to worry about our daughters being thousands of dollars of debt when they get out of school. To open an account for your child, niece, nephew, or friend, call them today, 800-974-0561. That's 800-974-0561. Or visit misaves.com. That's misaves.com. The Michigan Education Savings Program, MESP.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm, 1-800-CALL-SAM. There's a new problem in the work zone, 75 northbound just before 14 Mile Road, an accident involving a semi. It leaves only the right lane open. Also 94 eastbound at Mount Elliott, a crash is on the right shoulder. On M59 eastbound, the exit to Mound, look out for a disabled vehicle affecting the right lane. And some weekend road work beginning 9 o'clock tonight, 94 eastbound from Wyoming to Woodward, 1 lane open. I'm Michelle Pena on the WWJ 24-hour traffic center.
I'm attorney Mark Bernstein. When you need help, you turn to family. Every day we fight for families like yours because we are family.
1-800-CALL-SAM. Are you hiring? With Indeed, you can post a job in 10 minutes, set up screener questions, then zero in on qualified candidates in an online dashboard. Get started with Indeed.com/hire.
This is Pat. I recently wrapped a pack of cigarettes in a plastic bag and buried it in a flower pot on the back porch so that I would have to dig it up, take out a cigarette, and rebury the pack every time I wanted to smoke. The flowers have died, but I'm still trying.
Good for you, Pat. Bury them, freeze them, put them on a rocket to Mars. Nothing's too crazy as long as you're trying. Because every time you try, it gets you closer to quitting for good. So keep burying those bad boys and get more tools to help you quit at everytrycounts.gov.
Fall, the perfect time to pick apples. Get lost in a corn maze or visit your local Sierra, where you'll find top brands and incredible savings on everything you need to get outside this season.
jackets, fleece, sweaters, hiking shoes, snow boots, and more. And if you're still lost in that corn maze, shop online at Sierra.com. Vast selection, epic brands, teeny tiny prices. That's Sierra. Sierra is part of the TJ Maxx family. Head over to the Sierra store at Novi Town Center.
So yeah, hair loss. It's not inevitable. It's definitely not unavoidable. And it's not something you have to just live with. Trust my doctors, Doctors Barry, Tesler, and Aronovitz. They're hair restoration experts with over 30 years of experience working with the very latest treatments and technologies. And now, Doctors Barry, Tesler, and Aronovitz are the exclusive providers of the RTAS robotic-assisted hair transplantation procedure. And you don't have to go far. It's right here in Metro Detroit. With the RTAS technology, Dr. Ali Barry could restore your hair in a minimally invasive procedure, giving you the thickness you want and the hairline you like. And it requires no stitches, leaves no linear scar, it has a quick recovery, and, most importantly, the results are natural looking. Oh, and Dr. Barry personally meets with all of his patients. He'll give you honest and realistic options and recommendations to restore your hair. The procedure is called RTAS. It's state-of-the-art, and it works for both men and women. So give Doctors Barry, Tesler, and Aronovitz a call at 248-353-1117 or online at mihairdoc.com.
Tired of wearing the same 5 shirts every week? We can help. Stitch Fix is a personal styling service that matches you with your own stylist and delivers clothes right to your door. So you take the hassle out of shopping and find new styles that leave you feeling great. With Stitch Fix, you'll get access to great looks ranging from refined to rugged to fit your physique and your budget. Discover the stylist and styles that work for you at StitchFix.com. Personal styling for men, women, and kids. StitchFix.com. Personal styling for everybody.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Do you have an opinion? Of course you do. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket Studio line at 248-539-9797. The D Las Vegas, the home of Detroit sports in Vegas.
97.1 The Ticket and CBS Sports Radio 1270. Your homes for the NFL on Westwood One. The Kansas City Chiefs host the Indianapolis Colts. Sunday Night Football. Pre-game at 7:30 on CBS Sports Radio 1270.
619 on 97.1 The Ticket. Like we said earlier, cool today, high of 58 degrees, although the clouds in the morning should turn to sun later on. And the Red Wings open up their 2019 season tomorrow night in Nashville, taking on the Preds. It's time for news with Heather.
Happy Friday, guys.
That's kind of an Oprah Winfrey.
A little bit.
Oh, Ken Cowell's excited to hear you. Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Apparently. He's happy it's Friday.
Yes.
For sure.
He's happy it's time for news.
For sure. You guys, 5 Detroit firefighters were injured yesterday when a vacant house caught fire and then collapsed.
Ooh.
And these firefighters were heading inside the building, obviously, to make sure no one else was inside when the roof collapsed. It actually pinned one of the firefighters down, and they were all rescued from this house and taken to the hospital. One suffered 3rd-degree burns, another suffered a leg fracture.
Oh, God.
I know.
Awful.
And obviously there's still an investigation underway as to what caused this fire, and investigators are calling it suspicious. And they're asking anyone with information to give them a call.
Suspicious.
Yes.
As in arson? I've always wondered how fire investigators do their job, especially when something is completely destroyed.
I mean, that I have no clue. I have no idea. I mean,
I think they get a clues from people around. Well, this person might be.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Or that has something to do with, like, if they can somehow find what they call
wires.
accelerant.
Oh.
I'm sure that had something to do with it.
But I mean, when it's all just giant, it's in a way, it's like when you are, using the DNA of a bone or a finger or a, like tooth to figure out the body. It's amazing.
Somebody tells them, listen, this guy's company is going bankrupt.
Ah, yes.
Robert De Niro is being sued by a former assistant for harassment and gender discrimination.
Bobby D.
Yep, this former assistant is actually asking for $12 million, and she accuses De Niro of creating a hostile work environment with unwanted physical contact, sexually charged comments, verbal abuse, and gendered stereotyping. And she, one of her things she's accusing him of is urinating
imagined him on the toilet. Yeah.
Okay.
And this lawsuit also includes a very angry voicemail that De Niro left for her.
Julie speaking. And you upset with me. You tell me how nice you have it in your life over there, and you don't answer my call. How dare you? You're about to be fired in your history. How dare you disrespect me? How much you did. Don't get angry with me because I'm pissed off because I didn't get a simple thing that I need right now here out in California when I'm here for less than 24 hours. You gotta be kidding me, you spoiled brat. You.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is he talking to me?
Yeah, is that really Bobby D, or could that be a Bobby D sound-alike? I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure they have proof that it's
Heather,
from
when
him.
you say urinating on the phone,
Yeah.
was she with him, or was she on the phone with him while he was urinating?
She was on the phone with him while he was urinating.
okay.
Yes, let me get that correct.
Yeah, I thought maybe she was standing next to him.
No, I don't believe so. And now his attorneys are calling the allegations beyond absurd. And the interesting thing is, though, with this is that De Niro actually sued her first.
For what?
So he filed this
Urinating,
on the phone with him. No. So I guess back in August, he sued her for $6 million, accusing her of spending an astronomical amount of time watching Netflix while on the job. He says that she watched 55 episodes of Friends in 4 days.
Wow. Are you talking about your binge?
That would be easy to prove, though, wouldn't it? Because doesn't Netflix keep a record of everything?
I don't know, do they?
Oh, yeah.
I guess they do, because
Yeah.
it's like continue watching, and it shows everything you've already watched. So
Don't you hate that when, like, maybe, like, do you and your husband, Colin/Scott, share a Netflix account?
we do.
Right, so if, like, my wife goes on Netflix and it says, like, continue watching Melrose Place, I'm like, that wasn't me. That was the dog.
Yesterday we were watching something on Red Oaks on Amazon Prime, and I said, I think this is the last one of the series. I mean, I think it's over because it was done in 2017. But then it said next up episode whatever. So I'm waiting, and then it went back to the episode 1 of the first season.
Season 1,
I
episode
was
1.
pissed.
All right, so
Great reaction.
what do I say to that?
Rats.
Bummer. So a couple's wedding photos are going viral, and it's not for the reasons they may have hoped. So this couple took a wedding photo in Ontario right by the hanging wall from The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, gosh.
And then to top it all off, the photographer photoshopped basically a wedding party wearing the handmaid's outfit.
Oh, look at this. This is crazy.
And now people are outraged. They're just, they can't believe that this is something a photographer and the couple would agree to do.
For people who don't watch Handmaid's Tale, it's the story of essentially what a religious zealots taking over the country, and they execute anybody who's either a non-believer or goes against their wishes.
Yes.
And they hang them along this giant wall.
It's like a sign of like, make sure you don't disobey,
And
or
the
this could be
wall's all
you.
bloody, right? Too.
Yeah, you can see.
And so, well, I mean, maybe it's their favorite show.
Well,
it is very romantic.
Well, I believe the couple did like the show, and when the photographer posted the photo that now is viral, they kind of said that, like, hey, any fans of The Handmaid's Tale, look at what we can do. And people were like, hey, do they know the point of the story? Like, yes, it's an amazing show. It's very, very good. But do you want your wedding photo to be
not.
that of The Handmaid's Tale?
No,
And
I would think not.
people are calling it deeply disturbing, puke-worthy, and much worse.
I'm sure it's like a tourist attraction. Hello. I mean, it's a wall in Cambridge, Ontario.
It's in a park, right?
Yeah. And look, that's their wedding photo. I mean, how did it go viral? Did they post it, or did
the photographers posted it?
Oh, wow.
And now a lot of people saw it. They said they never wanted it to go viral, but they're very happy it did. Now they're kind of saying, we wanted people to see, and we want, I don't know, I think they're kind of changing their tune now that it has went viral.
Yeah.
But they think it's a good thing it actually did. All right, you guys, Cedar Point fans could see some changes coming up to their favorite amusement park next season, and it's all because Six Flags has apparently approached Cedar Point with a merger offer. And although there's not that many details quite yet of this possible merger, people are not very happy about it. They believe that Six Flags would ruin Cedar Point.
Well, a lot of times we've seen throughout this country when bigger companies merge and buy out smaller ones, it always doesn't work out well for the product and for the employees either.
But how could they, unless they start dismantling roller coasters, how could they make Cedar Park worse? I guess. I don't know. I mean,
that's kind of how I thought. I'm like, okay, Six Flags is an amusement park already. They already own amusement parks. They're in the exact same industry.
Customer service, less employees.
Yeah, true. Maybe
There's a lot
customer service and employees.
does Cedar Park have notoriously, or not notoriously, famously great customer service?
I don't know, but that's the fear that people always have when
Right.
Big Brother takes over Little Brother.
Well,
But
some
Six
people-
Flags is like not Big Brother, it's like Twin Brother, isn't it? 'Cause
No, Six Flags is bigger. They have 26 parks in the U.S., Canada, and Mexico compared to Cedar Point that has 11 amusement parks and 5 water parks.
Okay, well, it's not
in the U.S. and
that much.
Canada.
Yeah, it's
It's
bigger.
over double.
Yeah.
But no, it is
No, but-
bigger. But some people said that they're going to protest if this happens. They're not going to go.
Protest.
Yeah, they just won't show up. They're not going to ride the rides.
Then you're defeating it. It's a self-defeating prophecy.
That's what they say.
Oh, I don't know what that's going to do.
Look out.
Okay. Good luck with that, Cedar Point goers.
You guys, a new golf entertainment center is about to come to Royal Oak.
Bottom golf, they're calling it.
No, it's not bottom golf. It's not top golf either. It's
Middle golf. X golf.
Yes,
Where you go with your exes?
exactly.
Oh.
Apparently, there's already one in